What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here with part 6 of the Steelrising playthrough. 2 streams ago, we were just plagued with all kinds of glitches, and so much so that we couldn't actually progress through the game. And the previous stream, we were able to actually make it to the convent, and we got a load of side quests. So what we're going to be doing today is exploring some of those side quests, making some decisions, and then jumping right back into the main quest so we can hopefully reach an end to this game pretty soon. I really have enjoyed it, especially the boss fights with the Titans. But in general, the game does have its flaws, and it is a little bit on the easy side. But I think the story that it's trying to tell is interesting, although there is quite a bit of dialogue about the whole historical piece of it, and it is quite heavy on that. But in general, I would say it's been enjoyable so far. Definitely a game that I would recommend for die-hard Souls fans. I would not recommend it for those of you who maybe aren't such big fans of this genre. So, just because it'd be hard for you to deal with some of these issues here that have kind of plagued me throughout my playthrough, which have almost been to a point where I wasn't able to proceed any further. So let's see. This passageway has now been opened. So, one other thing is that the side quests in general were pretty poorly done. The waypoints appear even when you're unable to actually go to certain areas, so it can be incredibly confusing. So I was trying to find the riders, hours and hours ago, and I was just blocked off, so I was busy running around, retracing my steps, and sadly that was not even necessary. So it's one of those things where there's a certain order in a sequence you have to follow. So now this door is magically open. So a bit of a confusion there for sure. Let's go ahead and examine these riders here though and see if we can find some clues. Maybe this will help us progress with this portion of the side quest since we have so many. A mission order signed by Lafayette. I order you to go to Saint Louis, 4 leagues southeast of Mulhouse. I forbid you and your men to speak to the passengers. You will entrust them to the old hands of Hoptenhauser, who will be waiting for you at the staging post inn. What is going on? Dookie. Squirts. There can only be one man who goes by that name. Hope you're having a good time today. It's Wednesday, so you're finally able to join. It's only, and now the next step is for you to join me and be on the couch here with me, so we can talk about the games together. So we got the quadrille, tricorn, and the dress. So now we have the full set. We'll go ahead and take a look at it. This armor set does not seem to give us any armor, so we're not going to be using it. But we have, it does give us some increased balance and flame resistance, similar to the other pieces that we found. So although it looks nice, it doesn't look nearly as cool as what we already have on, and we have some armor benefits with what we currently have on anyway. So we're going to keep our current equipment on. And we're going to keep looking through the rest of this area here, searching around here. We got a resignation letter from Jacques Necker. And let's see, I could probably jump over this. We're going to go ahead and tag this Vestal really quickly. I've learned that when I experiment a lot in this game, I often break it. So I'm going to be kind of careful with that because I really do want to avoid some frustration in this stream. Stream 4 was a disaster. It was just plagued with so many different, bugs and glitches that were preventing me from running, preventing me from finding the waypoints, etc. So let's go this way. I don't really want to go the intended path. Let's go search and do our own thing first. We're at the Hotel de Invalides. That's perfect. It looks like the major waypoint has now gone. It's taken us back to the carriage. It wants us to go to the main quest, but we're going to do our own thing. I'm going to search around a bit. Alright, there's a pathway over there. I'm going to see how far I can take this. We might be able to even jump across this little pathway here safely. That would be the Falcon. Oh, I've already been here. Okay. I think I've already been here. Let me just check really quickly. It all kinda looks familiar, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go the original path just to make sure. We already have the information we needed from the writers, and that might be everything we needed. Um, No easy way back, it seems. So we're going to have to go through here, actually. Well, we're committed. We are committed, so let's just go through. It should just be over to the right. If we're lucky. Vestal? Yes, okay, good. Man, we got our the map pretty much on lock here, so now we're able to return to this area. We've got the grade 2 reinforced armor module, which I will equip, actually. It'll replace the module that we have. Let's see, grade 2 efficient charging, efficient ventilation, longevity. Ooh. But they're also good. You know, armor is good if you get hit. And you know what? We don't really get hit much. We get hit a lot by the little guys, but the actual bosses themselves, we've mostly been able to defeat them first try. Every time it prompts me to examine the sarcophagus, absolutely nothing happens, so I don't understand the significance of that, but no worries. We grabbed our loot, and that was what I was concerned about initially, so at least we got that. Let's return to the carriage, and we'll go ahead and continue on with the main quest. At this point, I don't even know if we have too many other side quests, so let me go ahead and remove some of these new item icons, because it just drives me crazy to see that I have new items and those little dots everywhere. Makes me feel like I'm missing something. Alright, we might be able to further increase the power of our halberd, which would be awesome. So when it comes to side quests, let's see. We did speak to everybody at the convent, and nobody seemed to know about the cane. Okay. So we're going to have to go ahead and speak to a handful of people, actually. Wow. We've progressed so many of these quests last stream that we pretty much have 3 different locations we have to go to at this point. Alright. That's what I should do. Hide completed quests. And it looks like so far none of them are complete. We'll go ahead and return to the carriage. This will help us. We'll fast travel to the location we need to go to. And at this point, we'll be able to figure out where to go next. I want to complete some side quests. For sure. Alright. Correspondence. Let's see what we got. To Monsieur de Lafayette. Dear Monsieur, I went to the meeting point you indicated and I met someone unexpected there. Madame de Polignac, the Queen's favorite, she made no secret of her reason for being in this bleak place, so now I'm aware of the nature of the precious cargo that is causing you so much anxiety. You must know that Charlotte and young Dauphin are missing. The evidence points to an ambush by the Duc d'Orleans' men. They apparently attacked the wagon the children were hiding in. As for the horsemen you sent to escort them, every single one of them perished, cut down by the royal Ottomans. We will go ahead and send that. Right. I guess the response is, there is not a minute to lose. We must rescue the children from the Orleaniste if there is still time. Oh, if I could get my hands on that rat, Marat. I'd find a way to make him talk, believe me. Alright. Correspondence has been reviewed. Now let's take a look and see if we can upgrade the weapon. We can go from 4 to 5. We have, yeah, we have every kind of crafting material we need to do this. So we'll go ahead and get to level 5. Now we have extra crafting materials, and it's got A scaling and strength, so we'll be doing some pretty good damage. Alright, so let's take a look now back at this. We could return to the convent. I absolutely hate Luxembourg now at this point. There's nothing further to do at Les Invalides. I do want to go to the city at some point to find the Philosopher's Stone. That would be pretty awesome. And then we also need to go here. So, I say, let's see here. There's so many people there. I wonder if Mirabeau is back yet. It doesn't look like he is. But I can at least tell Monsieur Necker what happened to his wife. So let's go there. We'll travel here, and then we'll let him know what happened. I'll see if anybody else has any information about the Franciscus Antonius, I think was the name. And then if not, we'll just go to another location, and we'll start progressing those side quests as well. But yeah, so far so good. In the future of the kingdom, blah, blah, blah. More side quests. Alright, let's go this way. It should be really close by. I've scoured this area and found as many shortcuts as possible. I'm telling you, this game has not been nice to me. Alright. We'll talk to this guy first.
Monsieur Necker.
Madame? Eh bien, you come bearing good news?
Your wife. You may rest easy, monsieur. Your wife escaped the massacre.
I don't know how.
She returned home and left you this letter.
Mon Dieu. She's going to meet our daughter and son-in-law at our charity hospital.
She may already be there.
Madame, I did not dare to dream of such an outcome. My wife and daughter. Can you imagine? And I thought I had lost both of them. The three of us will be able to leave the kingdom and put these horrors behind us forever.
What about the bonds?
They are not in your possession.
No, not yet.
You must ensure they do not benefit the king, madame. You will find them in the Armoire de Fer, in the Palais des Tuileries. Do with them as you see fit, as long as the king does not use them. As for me, I'm going to find my family at once. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. I pray that your efforts will be successful. Adieu, madame. Adieu.
Alright, sweet.
Mr. Necker has given his bonds to me.
That's quite a nice little sum. Can you imagine? That's 1/5 of the kingdom's entire wealth.
Wealth that the king squanders for his personal benefit according to his whims.
Ma foi, Monsieur Necker certainly has been very generous to his adoptive country.
Generous? I have my doubts. The loan was granted at a very high rate. So high, in fact, that it would have dug the deficit into an even deeper state of abyss.
Eh bien, messieurs, to what use shall we employ this boonful fortune?
If I could spend it, I'd do everything I could to return to the people their confiscated freedom. To begin, I would get them the bread they so sorely need. It is only after the scourge of famine has been vanquished that armed patriots might then be able to rise up against despotism.
And where will you find wheat, Robespierre? Will you steal it from under the noses of the automats who have sworn to destroy the human race? As for arming the people, this is another one of your delusions. How could your ragged pack of wretches win any sort of battle that be unable to lift a sword?
When you insult the people, you insult me, Monsieur de Lafayette.
I am not insulting anyone, Robespierre. But I happen to know what it takes to fight. Unlike you,
Ooh.
Monsieur. I was but a lad of 15 when I took up arms, and everyone here knows my role in the liberation of America from British rule. If you allow me to dispose of these bonds, I will found an army that will annihilate the Clockwork King's diabolical machines. As soon as I have the opportunity to leave Paris, I will rally the officers and troops that are stationed in the provinces. Then, I will call for a mass uprising. I will have more than enough money to pay their wages and procure the weapons we need.
And you will have obedient troops at your beck and call, ready to repress anyone who challenges your power.
All this infighting.
These troops will only serve the will of the people. I swear it.
Are you sure that the king has spared the rest of the kingdom, Monsieur le Marquis?
I am almost certain of it, mon père. Despite all of his resources, the king does not have enough manpower to occupy all the garrisons in the country.
Aegis, no member of this assembly can force your hand. The choice is yours. To whom will you entrust Monsieur Necker's bonds?
Haha.
The bonds are not yet in my possession.
Then please continue your search.
So, okay, we have some choices to make here. Let me question these fools again and see if anybody knows about the Franciscus person.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
Not gonna even
Goodbye, Monsieur
talk
le
about the
Marquis.
bonds. I think I'll probably give them to him, to be honest.
How is your research on Nicholas
I have done.
Don't forget that the church is.
I'm skipping this because we've seen all of this at length, actually. It's like 30 minutes of chatting. Okay, well, whatever. So now what we're going to do is we have some options. We're going to go back to the carriage, and we can figure out how to obtain access to the vaults. We need to also get some sulfuric acid so we can start melting some metal here. We got quite a few things to do. Alright, so we were at Luxembourg. We've done what we could there. Investigate at the Hotel de Mosaic. Enter. Ooh, that's going to be a fun one. I think I want to do that one. Obtain vitriol. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. This one seems to be what's moving everything forward, or holding everything back, I should say. The safe that we need to examine holds the bonds that were being discussed at the convent. So we do need to figure out how to break into it. So apparently it's unbreakable or impossible to
Here I
crack.
am at an impasse.
But I doubt it.
Should I go to the Tuileries to examine the safe? There may be a way to force it open. I can get to the Tuileries Palace via the Louvre. Then I should be able to enter it through the courtyard.
And it's great that she says all this. However, there's no map. So, I mean, unless you just know which area is which, because you're like a history buff or something, not like myself, then you'd know what the hell she's talking about. I have no clue, though, however. So I'm just going to... I've been here before, but, I mean, and I remember the names of what she's saying, but I can't say that I remember every single location like that. So what we're going to do is... we're going to use our broken compass, because this thing is terrible. And we'll try and examine the safe. We'll do that first, because that's what she actually mentioned and talked about in her little dialogue, so it must be important, huh? It's got the bonds, after all, and it seems like we have a choice to make. Nice ambush, buddy. How did you not die there? I thought I shot you. That's not fun. Oh, we got some fulmination on us right now. Got a big boy over here. A lot of the enemies have gotten some upgrades. That's unfortunate. Too far away for this attack to do any damage, but... Okay. That was weird. It like froze when I got hit. So I think it registered as a death. It said Aegis was broken, so... Apparently that guy hits pretty hard. Harder than his brethren. So let's go back and retrace our steps, literally just a few paces away. Alright. Sir McDonnell, what's going on, my friend? We are back at Les Tuileries. Trying to progress these little side quests here. And apparently we got like one shot by this bro. Nope, you're dead. Okay. Well, we're just going to spam our strong attack because we have a grade 3 module that increases the damage, and we're going to take him out. But hopefully you're having a great day today, even if you are at work. Alright, so I am going to switch back to Le Compass. And we need to examine the safe. That's how easy it should have been. Alright, so how do I get around here? Oh, you almost got me there, buddy. Very nice. We're just going the scenic route. Trying to find our way back inside. That gate's blocked off. Why haven't we unlocked that yet? I found out that these side quests are time sensitive, so depending on what you've done previously, some might be locked. So even if the waypoint appears, you still may not be able to do anything about it, which is incredibly confusing because you can be running around in circles like I know I did in a previous stream. So I wish there was a little bit cleaner side quest progression. That way we knew how to then advance in the main quests. You're off? Nice. You made a lot of progress last night, too. I wasn't able to stop by, man. My son had his first football game, so it was a big night. Real big night. But that's awesome, man. I'll be on the night for sure if you stream. For sure. Oh, okay. We're not going to dodge that. I was going to dodge laterally. We'll take him out. We're going to take one of these ordinary vials of oil here. Replenish our health, and we should be good to go. He did good. He started late because we're initially going to do basketball, and then he'd always, I did football myself. I knew nothing about basketball, but I was like, hey, just show me you can commit to a sport, and I'll let you play whatever you want next year. Well, we started talking about it, and he kept talking about football, and how basketball he was liking, but he just wasn't as passionate about. And then I was like, all right. I was like, well, talk with the coaches, and if they say, because they had been asking him, why are you not playing football? So like, we'll talk with them, and if they let you join, then I support it, and let's just make it happen. So then they're like, yeah, you can sign up. So we had to get all his equipment and whatever else, and he only practiced like 2 days in pads, and then last night was his first game, and he only got to play 2 plays, and his team lost, but they're really young, so the O-line is kind of whack, and no one does their jobs, but he did good. He was one of the only running backs to get positive yardage, and he made this nasty cut, and he shook two people coming at him, and it was nice. As soon as he got the ball, as soon as the ball was snapped, the O-line just let 3 shirts pass through. And then three of the other team passed through, and then his receivers, of course, didn't block on the left side, so he had 4 people on him, and he juked the mess out of 2 of them. And I was like, yo, that was nice. It looked really good. And he got some positive yardage, and then he got in as linebacker for 1 play, but he doesn't know defense because they haven't made him practice defense. So I was just like, watch the ball, scream. And I'm one of those dads. I didn't know I was gonna be one of those, but I am. I'm the one that screams all the time. My voice is so hoarse right now, but he was gonna it looks like at their age they're very afraid to get hit or tackle people. But my son is not. He wants to hit someone, so he went straight for me. He went in a little too sharp, and one of the O-line on the other team, they got knocked back and they fell into his leg. So he got knocked down as he was going for the tackle, but. It was, he's not a defensive guy, but I need to show him just what angles to take and stuff like that so he can get in on those tackles and not get, so close to those other buddies. But it was good. I was really like, oh, man, it was better than my first plays. I started in 6th grade, and it was not very good, I tell you that. But it was really exciting. Oh, man, I was so proud. I was really proud. But yeah, he got in, so he's going to be able to play more. He just needs more knowledge, he doesn't have full knowledge of all the plays yet and the positions. And he's only had 2 or 3 days in full pads practice. I mean, that's not a lot. And they've been practicing since, the very tail end of summer, right before school starts, we can start practicing. So he, so he's at a little disadvantage there with the knowledge piece of it, but I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest, because he's a smart boy, so he'll catch on. If he's passionate about it, that boy learns faster than you could imagine. But if he doesn't care, he's like, eh. And I'm like, I don't think so. You better learn you gotta absorb everything. You gotta be a sponge right now. But yeah, I was really proud. That was awesome. It was so much better than what I did at that, in my first game, It took me years to be I was actually decent. I mean, middle school I was trash. I think I can grapple up here if I could actually aim up. That'd be nice. And these guys would stop shooting me. I would love that. We're gonna do some exploration because I haven't been to the Tuileries in a while. Not with all my little abilities, so let's see. Hopefully I don't trigger the glitch that ruins the game and makes me walk everywhere. That'd be awesome. I can avoid that. But here I go. My exploration often makes things a little bit more complicated because I often find myself in places I guess I'm not supposed to be in or something, and then breaks the game. There's a Vestal over there. I'm so happy for you and your son. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for that. Yeah, it was a great experience. I had no clue I was gonna be like one of those dads that screams every 5 seconds. But I was like, you know, like, get in there. Every time there was a pass, I was like, pass, pass. My voice is so hoarse right now. Like, I'm like, oh, it hurts. But I was screaming, man. I was like, come on. And I was just so like, I want why aren't the coaches? I don't hear the coaches. Why aren't the coaches pumping up the boys? Why aren't they telling them like, get in there, pop someone in the mouth, you know, like get in there, you know, like, oh, it was driving me crazy. I couldn't believe that they were just like. So the other team, they got a first down every time they touched the ball. And then, so every play, they were getting a first down. And they scored. Of course, you know, that's the only natural thing that's going to happen after that. Score. And I was like, what's happening? Why are we tired? The game just started. Like, let's get in there. Let's kick some butt, you know? It was just so funny to me. I was like, why? Why are we not? This is like a free pass to hit somebody, and no one can get mad at you for it. So, and they're all they seem like they're kind of afraid of the contact, you know? And I don't know why, because they weren't much different in size. And the other team didn't seem to have any trouble tackling or doing whatever. So I'm like, guys, you got to get in there. And my son, he was not afraid. Like, he was one of the ones running full speed, like in his little play like he ran. All the running backs would run straight to the sidelines, and they would not get positive yardage at all. And he went straight to the side, and because he had to, because he was getting chased by 2 people, and then boom, he cut up real nice. I was like, yes, positive yardage, let's go. So it was really exciting, but they did take him out soon after because they just wanted him to play that play. But I'm like, you guys gotta throw him in there more, especially maybe it'll inspire the other kids, you know, to be like, hey, this isn't so bad. It's okay if we get hit. But they don't have team captains. They don't record the games, which I think is odd. We used to have what they called film or tape. They would, you know, we'd film the games, and then the next day, which would be today, after game day, we would watch how terribly we did. But they don't seem to have that. This is blocked. So that's really interesting to me, because that's one of the most important ways, I think, is to fix your errors. Because if you're told something, yeah, you can listen and you can learn from that. But if you see it, you're like, oh, wow, I see that I'm not blocking my guy, or I'm letting my guy run right past me, or whatever the problem is, you're going to say, oh, well, that was caught on tape, and tape doesn't lie. So we're not photoshopping this, you know? So I don't know why they don't do that. I wish that they would have that as a resource. I was, you know, tempted to be like, man, if I could get some equipment, I'd do it, but who knows. Hello, little puppies. Alright, we got this pathway over here and this over here as well. Examine the safe. Let's go check out the safe since we're right here. Oh, okay, that's the vitriol. Okay, nice. So there's still a handful of pathways. The one from the very beginning, and then this leads to the side quest for the vitriol. This leads to the side quest for the Tuileries. So in general, we're all in the same proximity, so we should be fine. No film. Yeah, man, no film. I found out that I needed to progress more into the story. Exactly. So the weird thing about the side quests is they're locked behind the main quest. So you can't even get, you know, some of the side quests opened up, or some of the gates that are locked and stuff like that open until you progress some of the other ones. That's what I was mentioning right before you jumped on, that they need a clearer indication of how to progress through those side quests. Because as you and I have discussed, they were pretty poorly done. The side quests are just kind of, you know, literally like cut and pasted together and be like, yeah, that's fine. And even though it makes sense with the story, you don't know how to progress it naturally because the waypoints are always visible. And that's a big problem. The waypoints should not be visible if you can't progress the quest. Oh my gosh, that guy came out of nowhere. Hi. I'm just going to do a fully charged one since you're sitting there. And then I'll do another fully charged one since you're sitting there. And you're dead. Okay, so let's see. That's a staircase up there. A bunch of stairs, actually, so we're going to go this way instead. Well, what have we here? But yeah, I was talking to the dudes at the convent for like 30 minutes. They're, you know, they're old people. They like to talk. And, oh gosh. They are no different. Parry attempt. This guy's a madman. We're getting all kind of improved explosives, which is nice. And then we have this way up. Oh, goodness me. I hate all these pathways, you know, because I'm always like, which one should I choose? We'll go up here first. We'll commit to this path, and then we'll have to decide what we want to do next. Even though I made a lot of progress last night, the side missions are still poorly done. Even further, you'll see. Oh, lovely. We got the Corvette chain and some cast iron. Yes, the talk between them is real, man. Those boys are chatty. Some chatty boys. That is for sure. I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, history, French Revolution, arm the people. They want bread. I get it. Makes me hungry just thinking about it. But then, like, they just go at length. And then they always fight amongst themselves. I'm like, guys, calm down. Look at that. The Corvette chain. That is really neat. That could be a fun weapon to look at. Alright. But we're going with the halberd. At this point, I'm not trying to get creative. I'm a simple man. I like what I have. Alright, so we have this. Yeah, okay, I heard somebody. Oh, my favorite, a falcon. And what, pray tell, do you want from me? Oh, lovely. Alright, charged R2. Now we'll do a halfway charge. Oh, you're just sitting there. He's immobilized. No, he's not. Now he's immobilized. He was trying to block. Man, everybody was mad at me today. Okay. I see. See what you're doing there, buddies. I really don't want to drop down here. And of course... Oh, okay, I was like, this is blocked, but it's not. Would you look at that? I really want to find a way to knock this down without dropping down. Yes! Okay. I didn't want to commit to that, so... Very good. So McDonnell says, the only thing that kept me going was the story. It gets really interesting and good. I cannot wait for you to do a lore video on this one. Whoever the writer is for this game is a madman genius. You know, they brought in some really cool stuff about the Philosopher's Stone last stream, and I was like, yes. I had actually mentioned the Philosopher's Stone and made reference to Full Metal Alchemist, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Hey, we have the rest of the Secret du Roi outfit now, which isn't something I want to switch over to, but it does give us some fulmination and endurance, which is nice. But it's just not nearly as sexy as the armor we have on right now. A letter addressed to the king. We got something from Cagliostro. Sire, the treachery of the soldiers stationed in the Hotel des Invalides is causing a wind of rebellion to blow through your entire army. In these circumstances, I recommend that you apply to your troops the same just and severe measures that you have hitherto reserved for seditious members of the Third Estate. Those who do not lay down their arms and remain confined to their barracks must be mercilessly crushed. The salvation of the crown is at stake. Your first advisor, Cagliostro. Well, he's a jerk, and we know that. We could see the look in his eyes. I'm looking for this safe, and we're closer. Okay. Ooh. Let's hope that none of those come alive. An ordinary oil vial, and...
It wasn't forced. Whoever opened it had the key. Are still there. You've done it. Ketty. Comte de Mirabeau.
We knew it was him. We knew he was the coward. He went immediately. He actually said, I gotta go. Got some business to tend to. We knew he was suspicious.
Whoever broke into this safe left behind the most valuable thing in it.
The bond.
This doesn't make sense.
So there must have been something else inside that we didn't know about that Monsieur Mirabeau did. So we've got some, he's got some splaining to do, that's for sure. Let's clear this area out, and then what we'll do is we'll go the other pathway. My goal would be to retrace my steps and go up the other set of stairs. I think this hopefully should connect at some point. Okay. Take out the little guys first. Normally I go for the big guys, but in this game, since the little guys are like 1-2 hits, we can just get them out of the way really quickly. We'll go ahead and have him force a parry. There you go. Ooh, iframes, baby. Those sweet, sweet iframes. I see some dead dude over there. He probably has an item. Let's go check it out. The essence of a warrior spirit. Good stuff. Are there multiple endings? I do believe so, only because you have choices, right? We had a choice with the gunpowder. This guy looks awesome. We had a choice with the bonds, who to give the bonds to. So I believe that there will be some sort of variance to the endings. I don't know how significant the difference will be, but I'm certain that there's going to be something different. What manner of sorcery is this? I think I've been here before. More goodies. Take it easy. Little spider friends first. Okay, or not. Just kidding. Oh, you guys are jerks. Just gonna put it out there. Oh, the R1 has no range. I'm telling you. Wait! Got the iframes. That was nice. Fully charged R2 and this an R1. Send them home. We'll be seeing you, buddy. I don't know. I think I kind of want there to be multiple endings. That'd be nice. Essence of a warrior spirit. And I feel like this is just taking us back to the area where we fought a long time ago. I wonder. Yep, so now we're back here. Well, it seems like I really didn't get to explore to the fullest like I normally would. So if I need to retrace some steps, I might. I know this pathway should have the bag, the burlap sack that I emptied out from here. So let's go check out what that item is. But first, let's take out this guy. Very nice. Okay, that was easy. We've come a long way, because that guy wasn't always the easiest. But we got an essence of a revolutionary spirit. That's probably one of the highest level spirits we got so far. That will help us level at some point, whenever we get to a point where we're just short on anima essence. Sir McDonnell says, as I mentioned, the studio that made this game made Greedfall, and they took choices to a whole other level on Greedfall. It's still on PS Now, which has now changed to whatever they want to call it now, but I want to check it out. What does this say? Confront the Comte de Mirabeau. I could do that, and I probably will, but let's just explore the rest of the grounds here. This is new. Is this where the character... Yeah, this is like literally the beginning, okay. Let's go confront this fool. And then we'll get the vitriol. Since that seems to progress kind of more naturally. Like, hey, we found the evidence. Now let's go Rub it in his face. I'm too far. Too far away. I figured that out. A little too late. Alright, now we can go and see what's up here. Alchemical capsule, very nice. We got some more items we can take a look at as well. And, you know, I'm probably going to have to go through this little castle area to actually break through because I don't see a way otherwise. So I might actually have to retrace my steps just a bit to figure out how to get there. So Mark Daniel says, Greedfall to me is one of the most overwatched games. The lore is very deeply rooted. I would like to check it out. I've never really had the opportunity to play it, but I have seen it on like PlayStation Now and some of those like Game Pass type things. So I was like, you know, I'd like to check it out, but I just never got around to it previously. That is something I would like to look at though, for sure. Oh, whoa, camera. Ugh, making me dizzy. Alright, let's figure out what we need to do here. I guess I can just go all the way back around. See, what I'm not sure is... Yeah, I came through here, I grabbed the item. Okay. We're gonna go all the way down these steps, I guess. Which I already did. Okay, darn it. Huh. These doors were opened for us. They were previously locked off. And this is the beginning again. Okay. Essence of a noble spirit. So I might have to go all the way back up the stairs, to be honest. Vitriol. Okay. I don't think I can just come through here. Oh, maybe I can. Haha. All these enemies. Gotta stay out of range or stay out of line of sight from the projectile dudes. I'll force him to do his parry thing. There you go. There it is. Not today, sir. Not today. I lack the patience. I'll come up here and take this guy out first. And yeah, I'll take that hit. I'll trade. I'll trade with you. At this point, these guys are much easier, even the ones that have been upgraded, so it's fine. We're dealing quite a bit of damage right now, so not too concerned about dying, but we do need to be careful. We can't just rush through. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. This guy is on fire. He can't be stopped. 2 alchemical capsules for all that. After this game, what will be next for you? You know, I have to look at my little list because I do have a list of games that I was going to be going through. Let me see. So, Steelrising was September. October, I think I just have a bunch of different horror games to kind of go through before I jump back into November, which would be God of War, Ragnarok, and of course, Evil West. So those are 2 games that I wanted to consider as well. And not necessarily like any Souls-like games there, but... and then we have the Callisto Protocol in December. So, got a handful of games like that in between. Also, I have a nice backlog of games I would like to explore personally. Those are newer releases that I kind of wanted to keep up with. And just I like doing the new releases as they're fresh and out because it's just more relevant at the time. But then I have some in my backlog that are, you know, from a while back that I would like to try and play. I got my hands on the Steam Deck, and that was one that I really wanted to explore because there's a nice library of games there, and I usually get keys sent to me. I just can't play them because I don't want to play on my laptop because my laptop is like my everything. It's like my device for editing and everything else, streaming, so I gotta be kind of easy with it. But yeah, that is Steam Deck has a nice library of games that I'd like to try out as well. So I know for a fact those new releases will be explored. Of course, I'll be featuring some Apex Legends in between, and then we do have some other games in my backlog that I would like to look at. Some of them being like Dark Souls 3 DLC, revisiting Ninja Gaiden Black for some challenge runs, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
I have just come from the Tuileries. The Armoire de Fer has been ransacked.
Diable. Someone beat us to it.
You did.
This is very unfortunate. God only knows what we would have found there.
Whoever it was had to fight for it. I found a body there, killed by automats.
Mon Dieu. How dreadful.
Dreadful indeed. Especially since I discovered this in the victim's hand.
And what is that, pray tell?
A
Your
dueling
gun.
pistol, with your name engraved on its plate.
Oh, May we? You're right. It is my pistol. It was stolen along with
Oh,
a number
sure.
of other things. It happened just before the Estates General at my lodgings in Versailles. But how on earth did my weapon end up in the hands of this poor soul?
I am certain we will find an explanation. You appear to have burnt these papers in a hurry. I'm eager to hear your explanation.
It's nothing at all, I assure you. Frivolous letters that were cluttering my desk.
I find your defense unconvincing. Why won't you tell me the truth?
You don't understand. This is a matter of the utmost importance that I cannot discuss with a creature such as yourself.
I am an automat, monsieur. This is true. But I serve the Queen. And my only aim is to put a stop to the crimes that have befallen the kingdom.
Well, know that you're not alone in serving the Queen.
I don't trust you, buddy. Mr. McDonnell says, wait, whoa, partner. Evil West coming out in November? It sure is. Sure is. I can't wait to play it. I did not know. I need to play it. Yeah, same. It looks great. I think it's going to be awesome. The story's going to be amazing. It's almost going to be like a Van Helsing with like a Western twist to it. You got vampires. It's like super over-the-top action. I love it. I think it's going to be fantastic. What I've seen so far looks great. The combat is just so fluid as well. It's going to be like those old hack and slash type games where you're shooting and slashing and killing stuff, you know, in waves, and I'm okay with that. We need some of that. I love Westerns. There were some really good Westerns back in the day before Red Dead Redemption. That's the only Western game people seem to care about anymore. I liked Gun, or whatever it was called. I think it was called Gun. There were so many good ones back then.
What was in those letters you threw into the fire?
Tell me the
My
truth,
private
Mirabeau.
correspondence with the king. I had a key to the armoire, which served as a mailbox.
Are you conspiring with the king?
Yes.
No, you don't understand. I was something of a shadow advisor, a diplomat.
For the Queen,
working
maybe.
In complete discretion. I feared his stubbornness would lead the kingdom to ruin, so I tried to reassure him regarding the aims of the Third Estate. But when Vaucanson told me what happened at Meudon, I realized it was a lost cause.
Yeah, the gameplay was amazing. It looked really good. It's the perfect amount of blood. It's spewing everywhere at all times. You got really cool enemies, you know, that spawn, that have kind of nice little themes to them, and of course they have specific weaknesses, which is really neat. You see that in a lot of games that have like hack and slash type, even like God of War, you know, which I would consider, even though it's action adventure, it's definitely got some hack and slash elements to it where you're constantly fighting. Certain enemies have certain weaknesses, so you have to exploit them mid-combat, which is really neat. Keeps you on your feet.
You claim to be a friend of the Queen.
The king has gone insane. After what happened at Meudon, that much is clear. We can no longer expect any leniency from him. Hence my support for his wife. She's a headstrong woman, and much wiser than she lets on. You must know that she means to put her youngest on the throne, the young prince. we shall. A regency would restore peace and unity to the kingdom. Then all that would remain would be to establish a constitution. I have the support of the people. They trust me. I'm the only one that can bring about these reforms.
You know, I wouldn't consider it in the Souls genre, because to me, the Souls genre is about a few things. It has certain elements to it. And people would say difficulty, but I would say that's not necessarily the case. I would say the few things that define a Souls game are, upon death, you lose whatever your experience or currency is, right? It's semi-open world where you have, certain checkpoints that when you die, you return to those checkpoints. And then maybe aside from that, typically you're going to see something like, where there's, heavy RPG elements where you do have the ability to kind of like, go with whatever kind of option or whatever weapons you have, but everything's pretty much viable. And then I would say that, like, there's always something on death. Like, on death, there's this, or there's some sort of death mechanic to it. But usually, the most basic one that they all share is that you lose your experience or in-game currency. So you're unable to level, or you're unable to repair your stuff, things like that. So, like, death has a heavy consequence. Aside from that, in the combat of a Souls-like game, you have stamina management and things like that. I think that's what really is true to a Souls-like game. It's like stamina management, a death mechanic, where it's like a constant death mechanic where you lose something valuable, and then there's like these, it's semi-open world, and there's checkpoints that you have to, can usually bounce around from, but those are the elements to me. Like, I would say Evil West is not a Souls-like. It would almost be in the genre of like a Devil May Cry, minus like it doesn't look like it has levels. It looks like a little bit more, as opposed to like chapter, and then it's over and the action immediately stops. It might be a little more open world, or it might just be like a clear linear progression, But I think that's what defines a Souls-like. Yeah, it's. I think Souls is a very unique thing. It's always going to be like a very heavy action RPG kind of theme to it as well. So
I found your pistol in the hands of a dead man.
I would not consider it
Who was this
Souls-like,
unfortunate soul?
Mathieu.
but I'll
one of
still
the
play it.
servants I had sent to retrieve the letters. I gave him the pistol for self-defense. Alas, it seems it was of little use to him against the King's Ottoman.
So the truth comes out.
Tell me, what happened at Meudon?
It's all here in this letter, written in the King's own hand. Please, give it to the Queen. She must.
So now we have to return the correspondence
Why are you in such a
via
hurry to destroy
the
your correspondence?
carriage.
The letters contain sensitive information about my Third Estate colleagues. If it had gotten out, I would have surely lost my allies' trust, as well as any hope of establishing a regency along with it.
Alright. So, we gained 1,000 essence for that, huh?
What is this?
Oh, that. It is a missive sent by my father, the Marquis de Mirabeau, the scoundrel who shamelessly dares to call himself the
Your
third
father is a
man.
scoundrel?
He writes to say that he is on the brink of death, in such desperate state that he has received extreme unction. This reprobate used his final moments on this mortal plane to send me threats yet again. He swore that he would
Correspondence.
torment me from beyond the grave.
That reminds me of corporate. I'm like, oh god,
To my
correspondence.
knowledge, he has not yet deigned to show
Getting
up.
flashbacks from being stuck at a
In any case,
desk
the
job.
satisfaction of knowing he is dead would not assuage my concern. This man is more persistent than the plague. He's capable of anything. He has spent his entire life persecuting his family. And I believe he is ready to spend his eternal rest continuing to do the same. I need to know what he's planning.
Where is he now?
At his home in Argenteuil. Given the circumstances, going to ask him for an
Okay,
explanation
good.
is out of
I don't want to do any more fetch
If
quests.
only I could speak with Monseigneur de la Fare, the bishop who heard his last confession.
Confessions are supposed to be private. Okay, let's see. I am about done speaking with you, old man. These boys are chatty. Now let's go get the vitriol. seems like 90% of my gameplay was them talking while I'm standing there with my hand on my hip. Yeah, yeah, that happens sometimes. Now, that's another thing that I think is kind of odd for it to be, let's call it Souls-like, right? More often than not, the story is not so. There's always some mystery to the story. It's not really just hand-fed to you. Like, you do have to do some discovery. But this game, there's quite a bit of dialogue, more so than you would normally see. That is what I would call like expositive. So it gives you exposition, it gives you all the details, and it fills in the blanks. Whereas, you know, there's plenty of dialogue in the Souls games, but you just don't know what the hell they're talking about half the time until you look at this wall or look at this statue and you read this item description, and that's how you put the pieces together. This game doesn't really give you too much mystery. In the beginning they did, but they did seem to allude to certain things that we were actually able to guess about and make some, you know, deductions about in the earlier streams. So we knew about like what was powering the automats, the Philosopher's Stone, as spirits of dead people, things like that. So we made some pretty nice predictions there. But a lot more often than not, in most Souls games, they like to keep some level of mystery and keep you from knowing the full truth. And that's kind of what creates the community of people that just want to theorize and about all the different possibilities and stuff like that. Boom, right in your back. But that's not a must of a Souls-like. Like, you could have a story and it still be a Souls-like. I mean, this Surge was pretty good at revealing the story to you. There's some really cool things that you'd have to find out that I think I actually explored on one of my lore videos on the Surge, and I was really happy about that. That's one of my worst performing videos of all time, but it was, I thought, really well done. I really explored the heck out of it because I saw something and I was like, I don't think people have really thought too much about this. And I explored that notion. It was kind of a neat video, if I could say so myself. I normally don't do that, but I thought I kind of hit something. I thought I was onto something there. But the Surge, that's what I'm telling you. The Surge 1 is one of my favorite games. I know that you are going to explore the Surge 2. I haven't even played the second one, to be honest. But I do have like a complete playthrough on the first one that, man, it was amazing. As I was finding out all this stuff, I was like, ooh, this game's got some depth to it. What the heck is all this? I'm over here just Spider-Manning everywhere. I'm not going to worry about all this. I'm going to assume I've done most of the exploration. Now, I know for a fact that the one building that we could have explored, we might have missed a few things, sadly, but I don't even know how to get back. It's pretty hard to navigate as it is. Oh, okay, nice. Got him mid-air. Gotta love it. Do you have any... Hey, baby! Welcome, welcome, Bobby Ross. Do you have any clue on what the next game from FromSoft is? I don't. I really don't. They've been talking about Armored Core quite a bit, so it could be that. And they also mentioned that they're working on like whatever the next part of Elden Ring's gonna be, whatever that is. I was hoping they would just do a DLC and explore some of the characters there that, you know, were just really well done. But I don't know if they're gonna even do that or go that route. So I don't know. I was also afraid that they were gonna make it like Elden Ring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like, I don't want them to overdo it. If anything, maybe a sequel and then make it done, because I think it had some great finality to it. Without giving any spoilers, I think that it ended well, and I don't necessarily believe that there needs to be a sequel to it. Much like Bloodborne, I don't think it needs to keep going on and on. But we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, sadly, the gaming industry is about making money, and sometimes, you know, they're gonna make some decisions that are driven by that, and that's always what kind of concerns me. But it's bound to happen, you know. So I do think they'll have something tied with Elden Ring. The next game's probably gonna be a remake. If you've noticed, there've been a lot of remakes, remasters, because right now the people just aren't really thinking of new original IPs. They're just like, we need money, but we don't have anybody to pay to think about things that are new, so let's dig back in our old archive and see if we can make something that was cool back then cool now. And then that's kind of like what's going to happen, you know? They do that for a period. Kind of like the movie industry. That's all they've been doing, the remakes and whatever else, and adaptations. We'll see, though. I want this chest to open. I don't have a key yet, so I don't know how to open that chest. Obtain the vitriol. Vitriol is sulfuric acid. Interestingly enough, I already knew that. Whenever they mentioned it, I was like, oh, I know what that is. I have the key. Oh my gosh. I thought I heard little claws tapping. What? Did he just walk through the wall? What are you doing, little guy? Get over here, you little rascal. This is a cask of vitriol. The lanterns of the dead. Give the vitriol to Monsieur Lavoisier. I can't wait to play Surge 2. That is my next game. Okay, sweet. I can't wait to watch it either because I have not seen anything of Surge 2. So I would like to see how it ties to the first one, to be honest. For you, I'll get as in-depth as I can with Surge 2. Sweet. Let's do it. I can't wait, man. That's going to be a fun game to watch. I'm definitely going to enjoy watching that one because I don't know if I'll have time, you know, in the near future to play it myself. So if I could live vicariously through you and we can see what happens in the sequel to Surge, that would be pretty nice because I can only imagine it. I have a few theories on how it ties to the first one, but I'm like, I don't know. So it would be nice to see. It would be really nice to see. Lady Macbeth fans, uh-oh. Cool stuff. These are, of course, light weapons, and they scale with agility. That makes sense. We got some more bismuth and all kinds of parts. So we could technically upgrade a second weapon, but to be honest, I'm dealing all kinds of damage right now. I don't really think I need, I haven't used my second weapon at all, so I think we're all right. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and head over to the Recluse of the Abyss. We're going to head back to the carriage. We do need to return to the Cordelier convent at some point. Let's see. I remember this was poorly designed. I had to figure out how the heck to get across. So normally you just have to fall down and then go all the way around, I think. Methinks. And then this was too far back because now... yeah, I'll die. I can't go through here. I tried and remember. Oh gosh, yeah, I tried that last time. Okay. I'm not fighting you, stalker lady. I'm still waiting for my sewer fight. I am owed a secret boss in the sewers. There's the king. The madman. Okay, I'll just go around like a normal person. I was trying to find a way to not. I'm gonna walk past these little buddies. We'll find a way out. There you go. We're safe. Now to the carriage we go, and then we'll find the best path to whatever next, whatever the next progression is. So I'm not really sure. Let's see. Correspondence, your favorite word, Sir McDonough. I'm going to watch your playthrough of Surge 1. Oh gosh, that's gonna be a cringy, but that was one of my first ever streams that I did, and it was on back then I streamed on YouTube, so it was just way different. There's not nearly as much engagement on YouTube, and I had a separate channel designed specifically for streaming, and it was what's now my guides channel and my VODs channel, and I streamed on that channel, and it just you'd have a few people every once in a while, but most often it was just me just talking through the game, thinking about it, talking to myself the whole time. So however many streams it was just me going through it. And the best part of it all was that like I actually was able to find and complete the side quests and all that. And during my first playthrough, it was a lot of fun. It was one of my favorite playthroughs to do. That's why I learned so much about streaming during that, and I really was like, oh man, I gotta experience some of these other. At that point I was like, I gotta jump into Surge too. But then I ended up having some other games that came up that I covered. Let's see. All right, respond. With the vitriol you sent me, we have enough to destroy at least one lantern. That's one? Monsieur de Robespierre has, however, raised a crucial point. None of us mortals can approach the accursed vessels without perishing. Monsieur de Lafayette mentioned Pierre Chaudelos de Laclos, an artillery captain and military engineer, who developed a revolutionary cannonball. The projectile is shot out of the cannon whole and only releases its content when it hits its target. We must find this engineer and convince him to share the secret of his invention with us. He serves the Duc d'Orly, oh no, and no one knows where he's hiding at the moment. Keep an eye out for him. This man could help give us a decisive advantage. Well, sadly, he's also part of the team that abducted the children, so I don't know how friendly we're going to have to be with him. I don't know how friendly we can be with the little kidnapper. Alright, so let's see. Oh, well, are there any waypoints here? No. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to our travel menu and see what we can do next. But look at you now, years later after Surge won a true gentleman and scholar. I try. I'm still a scrub streamer though, but I would really like to increase the the engagement and all that with my stream. Sometimes the engagement is there and other times it's just really dead. But even so, I mean, I'm not gonna give up. I mean, I'll be doing this if I have to talk to myself alone, or I will do it. But it's just hard to kind of drive a lot of engagement sometimes. So that's why I always lean on my YouTube stuff, which after this week, I'll be right back on schedule. It's just been a lot of stuff going on. Just trying to, put some things to rest so I can move on to the next chapters. But next week, I'll be able to jump right back into my old YouTube schedule. So I'll be posting content pretty much three times a week minimum. So it'll be quite a bit. All right, so let's see. We have the other side quest, which... Oh, gosh. We got these dudes, too. Well, let's go back to the convent, talk to the old dudes, because there's 3 things we can do there. We have some items to give to people, and we have to question Monsieur Lafayette, or whatever his name is. So we'll see. I'm here for you, buddy. Yay. That's all that matters, man. It's just so much more fun. Even if there is the one person, it's just great. It makes it so much more of like an actual experience, I enjoy streaming. But it's so much more fun when you have somebody to kind of share it with, I think. But yeah, I'm really excited about next week because I'll be able to really just get back to my schedule. It's been long overdue, but a few things have been preventing me from kind of getting into that schedule again. But now, after this week, I'll be set. Let's see. Give him the bond. Ooh, who do we give the bonds to? We give him the bonds, but he's like, he's all about theories and conjectures, and he doesn't, but this guy's about action. And then we have to question this bro. Okay. All right. You first.
Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Regis?
The Marquis de Mir... Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, that's right. He did actually confess that he was what he called a shadow advisor. So let's see.
Monseigneur, I would like to talk to you about your recent meeting with the Marquis de Mirabeau.
What has gotten into all of you? This has gone on long enough. I will say it one last time and pray that they will finally leave me alone.
Easy.
Nothing and no one will make me violate the secrecy of his confession. Have I made myself clear?
Wow.
Perfectly clear, Monseigneur.
Okay. They want me to then go back and forth. It's like, wow, you guys, you really... This is like Fetch Quest City, for sure. Sir McDonnell says, I really enjoy playing this game alongside you and getting to know you. It's such an honor. Oh, man, I feel the same way, man. You're an awesome person. You're an excellent streamer. I just can't wait to see you grow. And hopefully we can grow together and make this streaming thing, make it a thing, really make this a successful part of our lives. I'm sure we
Monsieur de
can.
Mirabeau.
All right. Oh, we haven't asked him about Franciscus Antonius.
I found a broken cane.
Tell me.
It says Franciscus Antonius on it. Do you know who it belongs
Please say yes.
Well, I never. Yes,
Good.
I know the owner. And I'm willing to bet you're looking for a certain Francois Antoine.
Yes,
That's
I am.
right.
Well, you'd need to look a little further east, mademoiselle. Across the Rhine for a start. Because this cane belongs, or belonged, to a certain Franz Anton Mesmer.
Mesmer, the prince of charlatans.
Good heavens, it's been a long time since I've
Huh.
heard his name.
5 years to be exact since your learned commission denounced his theories.
It wasn't long after that when he disappeared.
Can you tell me more?
Hey,
about
who is this guy?
He was a mystical healer who was once popular with the upper class. I myself attended several of his sessions.
The Learned Commission. Let's see. Yes, the passions. That's right. That's all it takes. Passion and consistency, my friend. I remember I told you the 3 P's. There was like passion, perseverance, and I don't even know. Persistence, let's say. The 3 P's of being successful. And we made that up on stream, sir. Let's see. The Learned Commission. Let's see what this is.
You mentioned a commission.
The king did not look kindly on the healer's popularity within the court. This led him to appoint a commission from the Royal Academy of Sciences.
An institution to which Monsieur Bailly and I have the honor to belong. We were asked to investigate his alleged powers.
The experiments that we performed allowed us to determine that Monsieur Mesmer's activities were pure charlatans, a conclusion that destroyed his successful career the moment it was published.
Charlatanism.
But there was
What a good
something,
word.
Silver, a tiny flow of energy that my devices were able to measure.
My dear colleague, must I remind you again that we were never able to reproduce your observations? It was obviously a momentary failure of your equipment.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
I'd like to be sure of it.
All right.
When and how did Monsieur Mesmer disappear?
The denunciation of his techniques was the start of a long descent into hell for Monsieur Mesmer. He was abandoned by his clients and resumed his research in virtual secrecy. I think he was hoping to perfect his so-called science and
Pseudoscience.
restore his reputation with the Academy.
A hope that led him to associate himself with that dastardly Cagliostro.
Oh.
God only knows what experiments.
Yeah,
they
Cagliostro
performed.
is
In any case, their collaboration did not last long.
an alchemist
Monsieur
at
Mesmer
best.
left the kingdom overnight to return to his mother country.
Why did he leave so quickly?
That is a mystery. But those who saw him that morning say it was as if he had the devil at his heels.
This is true. He left in such a hurry that he abandoned everything he owned. Furniture, belongings, and scientific equipment. And it seems that Cagliostro has inherited this treasure.
Is that so? Well, if what you say is true, that broken cane must have passed into the Count's hands.
Yes, it's likely.
This adventurer from who knows where is quite the mysterious character. And he has been very busy recently. I've
Indeed.
been able to observe him from my apartments, making frequent visits to Rue Saint-Honoré on the Tuileries side. I wonder what he was doing there.
Speaking of Rue Saint Honoré, I need to give this doctor's bag to that poor guy whose leg has been chomped off. I forgot about that already.
What were Monsieur Mesmer's theories?
He is a proponent of a theory called animal magnetism. He claimed to be able to channel a purported universal healing fluid by passing his hands over patients and using magnets.
He also cobbled together a whole array of mad devices, each stranger than the last. Unfortunately, despite all his attempts, I don't know that he ever cured anyone.
That happens.
What happened during Monsieur Mesmer's treatment sessions?
Oh, they were quite a spectacle to behold. Imagine well-born ladies afflicted with perfectly imaginary illnesses. A dimly lit room where incense has been burned to intoxicate the soul and cloud your vision. Amiable servants, half-dressed, gliding from countess to
It's probably like
duchess,
opium or something,
the
right?
sound of a sensual melody. And the great Mesmer, a doctor with wandering hands.
Mesmer, right? As in mesmerize.
Oh,
You don't have me fooled.
those grand ladies moaning, crying, and falling into a swoon, clinging to that strange tub. Du théâtre, ma chère. Pure theater.
Yeah, there's something to that. There's something to that. Alright, where are my other quests? Give him the bonds. I'm gonna give Lafayette the bonds. Did I not talk to this dude already? Oh, I only asked him about Franciscus.
Alas, the bishop stubbornly refused to reveal anything.
We are corresponding right now, man. More than I ever thought I would.
Let me think. In light of the cartload of threats he sent me, it's safe to wager that my sister and mother received similar letters. They may even have already suffered his revenge. However, my sister lives in Garce in the south of France. Unless a messenger rode 100 horses to death, she could not have received this letter.
Okay.
Then there is my poor mother.
If you ask me, I will go to find her.
Yes, it's very kind of you to offer. But I
He doesn't even know where his mama's at.
She is staying.
Your own mother?
Indeed. It's a very embarrassing matter. A secret, which I beg you not to divulge.
I can be discreet. Rest assured.
Very well. You
Drama.
should know that my mother, the Countess of Covey, has lost everything. Truly. First her fortune, then her faculty.
Oh,
No
dementia.
matter what I tried,
Probably.
nothing could prevent her decline. It is said that she is now living on charity.
Oh
In
no.
the most abject poverty in the slums of the
And
land.
you, sir, have
If
done
perchance
what
your
to help your
past takes you
mama?
To this dreadful place, and if she still remembers who she is, perhaps you may meet her.
That's terrible, bro. The correspondence is real. Would you wear the wigs if you're in the time period? Man, I'd wear the hats all day, but I don't know about the wigs. Wigs are hot. Wigs get hot and wigs get itchy, and back then, you know, they were using like some sheep's wool or something that was just not comfortable. So, I don't know if I'd wear the wigs, but I would be wearing these bomb hats. Man version, though. Anything, you know, like, the suits are cool. I mean, I like some of their outfits, too, like, for sure. You just give me some cool little hats and whatever else, and shoot, that'd be like, he dresses really nice. Julien Raymond, I like his outfit. I wouldn't wear the pastor stuff. This dude's pretty fly. I like the socks and everything, and the shoes are great, even though they're halfway through the floor. He looks like a little leprechaun, man. I like some of that stuff. This dude's pretty fancy as well, but this is totally military, so I don't know about the wigs, though.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
I pass on the wigs and face powder. Same. You give me everything else, I'd be set, though. Alright, we're going to give him the bonds.
The bonds are in my possession.
And to whom do you intend to give them?
To you, good sir.
I have decided to use these bonds to support your cause. I implore you to put them to good use.
I swear it to you. You made the right choice, Dancer. Only professional soldiers and well-trained conscripts stand a chance of winning back the kingdom.
We'll see. Okay, so we gained some anima essence there. What's next? Now, I know we're still supposed to ask the gentleman about whatever, but I think we're fine. We've asked Mirabeau, so we should be good. So let's see what's next. Is it like main quest time or what? I think, oh no, we need to go find the Philosopher's Stone. We have some exploring to do. Yeah, I don't know if I wear the wigs. They'd be too hot and itchy. And the face powder, considering like these people back then didn't necessarily wash every day, can you imagine how thick that would be caked on? How do I have my modules set? Let's take a look. I have the efficient charging module, which increases the damage of a charge attack. Another efficient charging module ×2. Like, I'm all about damage, you know, like I don't really care much about defense most times that I'm playing any kind of Souls-like game. I've learned that yes, you can tank, you can try and be tanky and get a lot of health and whatever else, but usually as you approach the later game, you're going to reach a point where even those bosses at the end game can kill you in 2 to 3 hits. So at the end of the day, the best thing to do is to maximize your knowledge of their moveset, and then more importantly, your damage output. So if you can deal damage and avoid getting hit because you've learned their moves, then you're going to do much better than not knowing the moves, getting hit a lot, and not doing as much damage. So what I always said, even since sports, is defense delays defeat. So if you're playing defensively, you're only delaying the inevitable, which is your own defeat. Because over time, the more offensive person in this game, and these games, they don't have stamina, right? So they can attack you endlessly. So they're going to eventually wear you down, regardless of how much defense you have, how many potions you have, how much health you have. If you're not able to avoid their strikes and attacks, you're going to receive enough damage that you're going to fall eventually. So in games like this, defense merely delays your defeat. If you build a character around defense, you need to have other things going for you as well, like a good offensive, whether good knowledge on their moveset, just good skills fighting or good dodging or something, because if not, you'll die. Spoken like a true Souls philosopher. I'm telling you, I've been playing Souls for 10 plus years, man, at least. 10 plus years. Now, I took a break, maybe like a 5-6 year break playing, but it didn't take me long to get back. You'll see if you ever one day explore my VOD channel, the Inhuman IRL, where all my VODs are and stuff, you'll see that I did a 10-year on the 10-year anniversary for Dark Souls. I played and I was like, okay, if I die 10 times, that's where I stop. I forgot every mechanic of the game, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this was terrible. The worst display of Souls-like play ever. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get good again. So then my following streams are me doing, playthroughs of it again, and then I played through like Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2. I started doing challenge runs again, and so it started getting real nasty. So it didn't take me long to shake off the rust. 10 years to my 1 month and a half. The funny thing is, I did that challenge run with 10 deaths, and then it ended up ending in like an hour and a half. It was a short stream because I died 10 times pretty quickly. And then I ended up saying, you know what, I'm going to replay Dark Souls. I'm going to jump back into this series. So I played Dark Souls, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a challenge run. So I did Dark Souls fire bombs only, Dark Souls glitch only, Dark Souls, whatever only. I just did like speed run, like on dragon weapons only. So I started doing all these crazy runs, and like my firebomb run was my favorite actually. And I had never done challenge runs on stream really prior to that point on a Souls game. So I hadn't even featured a Souls game up until that point, or a Dark Souls FromSoft game. I had played some other Souls-likes in the past, but it had been a while. But I ended up saying, let's jump right back into it. And it was perfect timing too, because then Elden Ring came out, and I was able to jump into all those. So anyway, so we got the charging modules, the ventilation module, which is really nice because that allows me to stay on the offensive. Remember, like I talked about, I like to stay on the offensive so that I can constantly be dealing damage. And then longevity, just because, I don't know, I mean, having a little bit extra health is not bad. I need to look to see which other one I could actually increase or use or equip, because these are all like grade 1s. I had some grade 3s, but I don't have I don't deal any elemental damage, so the fulmination and stuff like that's not really going to help me. And so at this point I really don't have too many good ones that I can use. So I'm just going pretty much offensive. These allow me to deal more damage with charge attacks. These allow me to deal more consecutive attacks, and then just gives me a little bit more health. And it's like, why not? Why not? Alright, let's go to the carriage and see where we need to go. Yes, okay, next. La Cité. We're going to investigate the hotel, and we're going to enter Nicholas Flamel's crypt, and hopefully find the Philosopher's Stone. That would be so cool if we could do that. I'm really excited if we are able to interact with the Philosopher's Stone, or in some capacity learn about it more and how it ties to Cagliostro's little secrets, his experiments, and all his crazy stuff he's been doing. 10 years to my 1.5 month and a half. Dude, don't worry. The time flies by. The time flies by indeed. Let's investigate the hotel first, because not only is it closer, but I just kind of have a feeling about this. Trust me. Oh my goodness. No, I'm going to kill you first. Don't blow up. Okay. I can't guarantee that I get the iframes every time I fight these guys, so I'm not even going to try it. Okay, that was interesting. And then I got hit in the back. You gotta love it. 2 strikes. Okay. Getting fancy with it. We've been here before. This was actually one of my favorite areas. I didn't recall that it was called La Cité. But yeah, it's a fun area. Lots of fun. I heard the Stalker and saw the Stalker, but I figured she's going to start off with the tail swipe, and then she does her elemental attack, which I wasn't too concerned about. There it is. Explosive grenade. And let's go back to our compass, because I have no clue where the heck to go. Looks like we're going to have to jump across some of these rooftops that we were exploring in the previous stream, so we'll do that. But we got to be careful, because we have a Bell dude, probably upgraded by now, and then we have 2 Lancers. And these Lancers are, of course, ranged as well. They love shooting their projectiles at us while we're fighting somebody else. Oh, this bro got upgraded real nice. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and take out the spider first. Haven't used any alchemical capsules, as you can tell. I have like 50,000 of them. But that's okay. We need to save them up for an instance like this. Nice. Friendly fire for the win. I'll use another oil burette. It's fine. There you go. I've been trying to knock this fool down. Oh, my jumping R2 didn't work. That's okay. How far does this go? Yeah, you're dead. We'll just finish you off. I'm not going to play with you. Not today. We got side quests to do, sir. And you will not slow me down anymore. I won't allow it. Am I stuck? Sort of. I don't mind using the burettes because we have like 45 of the oil vials, so we should be fine. Where did he go? Oh. Oh, he just wants to live. I don't blame him. What? Where are you going, you crazy automat? No, I will not let you survive. Did you see that? Oh my gosh, what the heck was that? What a bastard. I'm not even gonna lie. That was dirty. That was so dirty. 10-point scale. What are you ranking this so far? Of course, more likely to change in the end. I would say this is a strong like 7, you know, like 6 or 7 for sure. I'd say 7 because mechanically the game is great as long as it doesn't have any of those weird issues that we've experienced in the past, like the glitches or whatnot. But assuming that there are no glitches and no bugs present, you know, like the ones that I was experiencing anyways, like the frame rate, which is all patchable, I would say it's a 7 because it's got a very well developed story. The dialogue and the voice acting is great. The actual combat is fantastic. The boss fights are a lot of fun. So I would say it has all the elements you need for a good Souls-like. I would say it's a 7, you know? It's an interesting approach, too. And I like the theme. I like the steampunk, you know, because back then, you know, cyberpunk would be more futuristic. Steampunk's like, how do, you know, like clockwork kind of technology. It's kind of neat. I like it a lot. It's a really nice theme, and I'm glad they explored it. The hotel's over there now? Okay. I'm probably going to have to go around, right? But yeah, I would say a 7. Again, I think it's mechanically sound. As long as it doesn't... those issues that I've experienced don't present themselves to most players, I think it's a good game. Bro. Don't do it. He shot me anyways. The jerk. I think we're making progress towards the right area. We now are using like the battering ram and things we didn't have access to before, so it feels like the right path. I'll be hopping around. I love the axe dudes. They don't do much, but I like fighting them. Alright, so what to do next? Okay, grapple. 7 for me as well. Yeah, I think it's a very sound game. It's a good game. It's not bad at all. Oh my goodness. Boom. He never faced me. So I will take a free kill, trust me. I will never complain about that. Yeah, I think a 7 is a fair assessment. Now you're posturing. You're gonna scare me to death. That guy just had a lot of health for no reason. He wasn't doing much, just spinning around. Okay. And the reasons why it's not higher than like a 7 is because, I don't know. I think it's just, it's not polished, you know? I think the story's neat, but they really, really played out, you know, they really played on that, historical piece quite a bit, which is good. I mean, it's fine. I think it's fine. But they kind of give you the story, which is cool. But what happens is it reduces your replayability of it. If you know the full story, and if it's like okay, that's great. Sometimes there's mystery in it because of just the way we're designed. We want to figure it all out and know everything. Well, if you give us all the answers, it's like okay, well, there's not much more that I need to know. And if the gameplay is not amazing, then it's like, well, what's the incentive to come back into this world? And so I think that there's not a ton of replayability with it, unless, you know, if the fighting style truly changed up like so much the gameplay, like that would be something like, oh man, if I use this weapon, it's a whole different game, like it is with Elden Ring or something like that. But the replayability factor, I think, is fairly low on this one, and that's probably why it's not ranked a little higher for me, because I'm not really feeling a drive like to be like, oh man, I gotta challenge run this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I probably could, because I feel like it's relatively easy for a Souls game, but I don't know, like I don't know what I would do if I did a challenge run. Like, you know, you could choose to not level your weapons, or you could choose to use consumables only, which I could definitely try. I just need to make sure I have enough cash, and I don't know how many you can hold. Like, at this point we have 45 ordinary vials. I'm assuming you can hold 99, so if I had 99 explosives, you know, I could do some damage, probably kill just about any boss. You could probably kill any boss 2 times over, so if I do a challenge run, I might do, you know, grenades only. But who knows, there's probably someone that's already out there doing it. But it's definitely doable. Ooh, I didn't time that right at all. Facts. Yeah, but the replayability is not as high as I would like it for it to be a game that I would like to. I want to be enjoying what I don't want to be like, oh, I have to play Steelrising today. You know, I want to enjoy it and leave it at that on a good note. I'd hate to be like, oh my gosh, I hate this game because I played it too much. I think it's a great experience and I don't want to ruin it. But I think it would be fun. I mean, especially if there's a lull in between content or new games coming out, I might do a challenge run on it. You know, I wouldn't be averse to that. So this is the hotel. Lovely. I did not mean to throw that. Okay, it's fine. It worked. Worked like a charm. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, we're gonna use our last beer right there just because I'm angry. Oh no. Got him. Alright. That was sloppy, but I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Pick up these alchemical capsules that we know the spiders drop. It's essentially guaranteed that you're going to get an alchemical capsule if you take out one of those guys. We saw the grapple point somewhere, right? Yeah, okay, I see it now over there. And we grab this item. Okay, good. Exploration complete. 7 for me as well. The most I held was 95 vials. I currently have 8. Okay, nice. So you can hold quite a few. I haven't purchased any, so I wasn't sure how many. Oh gosh, how many you could hold. So that's really good. So you can probably hold 99. I think it's a safe assumption. So if you can hold 99 consumables, then that means that you can hold 99 grenades, and you can hold different types of grenades as well. So you could have an explosive, you could have an improved explosive, etc. So, you know, a grenade-only run could be incredibly viable. The only reason it may not be is if there's a finite amount of purchases you can make from the store. Like, if the store is infinite, if you can buy as many as money can buy you, then you're golden. You can do a challenge run on it. If they're limited, then now you have to learn the locations of the guaranteed loot pickups for the grenades, and then whatever enemies drop grenades. So that's how I'd go about it, but I don't even know if that's necessary. I'm pretty sure you can just purchase them infinitely. We've got the Royal Musket. Lightning Vortex, so that would be Fulmination. It's got some Alchemy Affinity. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And we have some new garb. Ooh, that looks cool. This gives us 15 armor. 5 less than what we currently have, but 10% balance and Fulmination resistance as well. That's not a bad looking outfit, but this does the same. 5 balance, 2 Fulmination resistance, and increases our endurance +6. But I mean, really though, what is better than the armor we have right now, the Diane outfit? That looks freaking awesome. It's been amazing ever since the beginning, and to be honest, I haven't seen one that I've liked more. So I've just kept this one, and fortunately for us, it's got great armor, but I probably would wear it even without the benefits there. Okay, so hotel. Have I explored it yet? Did I explore it? Did I find what I need to find? I did not pay attention, so let me see. Journal. Did I find something important here? I don't even know. I don't know. No, that was Cagliostro's note. Correspondence. Aegis must find the Countess of Covet and Marais near the Bastille, where she lives in... Oh, okay. Well, that's in due time. I guess we did what we needed to do. I certainly wasn't paying attention. Okay. I need to jump across this wall, I guess. I have no way out. If not, let me just check in here. I feel like I did not explore this very well. Okay. I think I grabbed a letter or something. Opened a chest. Got some stuff. Yeah, I'm fine. We'll say we did a great job exploring there. That was close. Now we can go to the Nicholas Flamel's crypt, which should lead us to the Philosopher's Stone. Les Halles. We are in... Oh, God. Was that a rat? That is one of my phobias. Oh, my gosh, it was. They're everywhere. I had no clue. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so that is literally one of my... Rats and roaches I am absolutely terrified of. I had no freaking clue that they were running around because I hadn't really been looking down at the floor. So, good gosh. That... Usually I got to prepare myself mentally for that because that was disgusting. And of course, Souls games, you have to have the rats. Gotta have the rats. Wouldn't be a Souls game without it. Ugh. Okay, I was gonna say, are they all dead or what's going on? What manner of sorcery is this? He's dead. He just doesn't know it yet. One. He just did 1 strike. He can do his 3 strike combo, which I really don't like. He's going to self-destruct. That'll be even easier for us. Alright, let's go and see if we can explore this crypt. This dude. Okay. Oh gosh, that guy got it bad. Look at that spear. I mean, that's excessive. Look at that. This dude got the worst of it. I mean, of all the dead people. And it's right in his heart, too. Good gosh. That was nasty. Because there's been tons of dead dudes. But that guy got it the worst. I will use this Vestal. We have some carriage tokens, which is fantastic. You know, what else can I upgrade? I guess I could upgrade my my burette, right? Nice. Now we have 5 doses, and we need 1 more sublimator to get to 260. Okay, fair enough. I'll take that. We've got a... Oh, nice. I remember this area, because I remember trying to jump up here. Yep. Lock and key. We're in the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. Welcome. Nice. Oh, this guy's got some moves. Okay. He got his little spider friend that's buffing him. Now you're a regular guy. Okay, fair enough. Now, we know that the crypt is this way, so let's go ahead and explore over here, see what we can find. We will look up to see if there's any grapple points. I see something over there, so there's certainly going to be a way to jump up and then across over here. Or maybe we come out from there and we jump down and then we can make a right and leave. So that could be our way out, right up here. I don't understand why some attacks interrupt you and others don't. I think the poise is more chance-based versus, or balance in this game, versus like guaranteed. Alright. And we got this genius. Are you gonna parry? Nice. He parried while running up. What a champ. That's blocked off. What a champ. Okay, and let's go over here. There might be an enemy trying to ambush from here. Nope, okay. I'm intrigued. Let's see. So we have this courtyard over here, which doesn't seem to have anything really. And then this little busy street here. So I don't think there's anything here anyway, so that's fine. We'll keep going around and we'll search and see what's on the other side. Flame resistance vial. And we got a falcon up ahead. Hit him for 272. I bet he's pissed. Yep, so mad that he self-destructed. Okay. Easy does it. got a big boy over there. Oh, I was like an inch away. There you go. I'll do another charge attack because I'm greedy. Finish him off. We got this we can break through. It's got 2 falcons in there. Let's just see what the other path would be without using our skills. Oh, we may not even be able to progress. Okay, I see. So it doesn't seem like I can make my way up here unless I go over and around. So that's fine. Yeah, I can't reach that. Fair enough. Let me in. Nice. Oh gosh, yeah, that could have been bad. That could have been bad. Alright, so I see a grappling point up above. That'll take us around. Alright. So I could jump that way. Or go across. Oh no, I thought I missed that jump. I got some granite cobblestones. That'll do the trick. I wonder if I can actually lower this. I doubt it, but it'd be neat. Nope, can't interact with. That's fine. Some we have been able to actually interact with, believe it or not. Wait. Okay. Alright, I'm home. Where do we go? 7 meters away. This is a shortcut. Right to the carriage, it seems. Let's go check what's over here, though. Because I don't remember this path, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I do. I just literally killed people here. Not people, automats. Okay, so, yep. There's a Vestal there for us as well. And it looks like we're getting really close to the crypt. It looks like we have to break through there, go through that underground area. We can level up our endurance, our durability again. Can't believe you can continue to increase it. That's insane. But we're going to have so much health. Okay. I thought I saw a battering ram icon over there, but I was mistaken. Okay, so we have to go around that courtyard eventually. Weird texture pop in there. That's kind of weird lighting issues. See that? Weirdness. We are underneath the church. Oop. My bad. Oh gosh, okay. I was a little aggressive there. Alright, so nothing here. Let's look up, see if we have any grapple points. I don't see any. Gotta break the urns. Every time. Oh, he doesn't like that. Okay, sorry. That's a 2-hit combo, just so you know. That running slash can get you twice. I know from experience. I'll take the hit just so you don't get buffed, and then I can finish you off relatively easily. Nice 2-hit combo. We'll drop down. We now have a grapple point. Oh my goodness. Thought you were asleep. I thought the stalker was asleep. Like the one right next to it, but nope. The stalkers will get me every once in a while, that's for sure. We can jump across to this little crazy platforming if we want to get that item. I'm down with that. Oh, that's going to be kind of a tough series of jumps though, isn't it? No. Not so bad. Alright, so we have this pathway right here. Good thing is it's very linear. It's not a Elden Ring crypt. Those are rough. I thought I saw something there, so my bad. We'll go say hi to this guy. Always throwing his little rocks at us. Never gets any nicer. Ordinary vial times 2. There you go. My goal will be to hit you twice. Okay, I killed his friend, that's fine. Oh my goodness. He's dead. Those charge attacks are the way to go. They deal so much damage if they're fully charged. And you often knock down even some of the larger enemies, which is awesome. Really good. Alright, so there's the wall that we probably bust out of and get through. But we haven't found the Philosopher's Stone yet.
Someone has already taken a close
Oof.
interest in this tomb.
Come on. It's probably Cagliostro. That's probably what he did to... He probably used the Philosopher's Stone along with the Vestal Virgins, those statues that we save at. And all of that was together to pretty much create a power source for the automats.
I will go to the Tuileries and follow the directions on the receipt. It also mentions the Quartier du Saint-Eustache and Rue Saint-Honoré.
Various lifting and excavation tools paid the sum of 140 bucks. Alright. The key to Balsamo's workshop. Alright, so far so good. They're hiding some goodies. We got this wall over here. 1 second. Nice. We'll break through here. And we'll see what else we can find. We need to find our way out, of course, but it probably is going to circle around. I couldn't tell if he was facing me or not. His head was down, so that was really odd. But I could do a critical attack even with him not facing, or even with him facing me. Okay, he's dead. Just looking for my little hidden passage to the sewers. I'm still holding on to the possibility that there's a hidden encounter in the sewers, because we've been to the sewers a number of times from a number of different areas. Oh no, we don't want these guys here as well. That's no good. Alright, gotta move, gotta move. Okay, he's just spinning around, isn't he? Gotta make quick work of those guys, otherwise they can do tons of damage. And it's important to knock out the ones that are buffing them, because if not, they can make you have a pretty bad day. You can have a pretty bad day if you don't take those guys out first. I see the key over there. That's probably, hopefully, Balsamo's key. Or we have to come back here after we find all of the stuff, and that might be the crypt. This was the door that I thought we'd gone back to from the courtyard, so now we've come full circle. But let's see if we can open this. The gate is locked. Indeed it is. Okay. So the carriage isn't too far away. He did his 2-strike combo there. Nice. Easy, little parry man. These guys get so feisty. Alright, here goes. So we open up this pathway, but I don't know if it actually... Yeah, it didn't. We have to go around anyways. We got to go back all the way around to get to our carriage. It shouldn't be too far, though. Making some great progress, though. After the last 2 streams, or the stream before last, actually, 2 days ago, it was rough. I was like, oh gosh, this game is going to be one of those. But it actually improved significantly, and now we're getting better. We're learning the layout as well, so we were able to find the carriages and all the stuff much easier. Okay, so investigate the scene of the experiment, track down Cagliostro, find Balsamo's workshop. I say we go to the Tuileries again. We'll carry on for a little bit longer, hopefully to see how far we can get into or past these little side quests here before I end the stream. So I'm going to keep going for a little bit. We'll explore the Tuileries, and then I just need enough time to get some food before I go pick up the kids. Let's see. First things first, we got to go track down Cagliostro. I think Balsamo's workshop would probably be the better bet, though, to be honest. Parry, of course. Where that guy shoots at us, yep. I could have just gone through the bushes, I guess, but we took the long route. Now I'm curious, how the heck are we going to get through to this other area? I wonder what will be blocking us this time. This is the area that I would like to find out how to explore again, because I went a kind of a different route, and I explored it in such a way that I wasn't able to get the full effect. I feel like I might have missed out on some goodies, but I think we're okay. Oh no, I don't like you. Okay, that's fine. I don't like the Falcons. They're no fun to fight. Alright, that doesn't require a key, it just doesn't open at all. I'll see if this, hopefully is a good Vestal for us to use. It seems like we're much closer. We'll grab our alchemical capsules and head our way. Oh my gosh, this again. Actually trying to lock onto the puppy dogs. Thank you. Okay, he's dead. That'll do it. Let's see. So, can't go across that way. We could possibly grapple up there, though. I haven't seen that as an opportunity before, so we'll take this option here. Right. Ooh, I might have gone the wrong path there. Let's jump back up here, actually. I don't know if that was the right choice, so let's just go down and around if we can. If we can't, then we know. Oh gosh, I always do that. Fall damage. Something that I always forget about. You can actually have fall damage in this game. Can I even get back here? Okay, I did need to go the roundabout path. Essence of a noble spirit. We're now on the other side, which is great. That's where we're headed anyways. That's perfect. Flame resistance vial. Don't do it. Please don't self-destruct on me. Alright, so we're good here. I wish we could open up this passageway. That would really save us the trouble of having to go all the way through that little mazy area again. We'll bait this guy to do his little head bobbing thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and we'll do a charged R2. And then we'll do another charged R2 and he's dead. Alright, we'll come over here. Grab these goodies. Got some improved frost grenades. Now these barricades are obviously not going to be anything we can open up or interact with, so that's fine. I don't think I can get up here, but let's see. Nope. Alright. Now we are in the sewers again, looking for Balsamo's workshop. We gotta be on the lookout for some ambushes here. Like so. I didn't expect them to come from above, though. I will say that they impressed me that time. They definitely got me that time. There you go. Goodbye, spider. Goodbye, unstable lightning ram. Alright, we got some endurance, an endurance vial, or fluid vial. Can't really get through there, so I'm not even going to try. We broke through here, we fought these enemies, okay. So, what's next? Gotta tread softly, make sure we don't get ambushed again from the top. It's kind of hard to see, it's incredibly dark in this sewer. We don't have another source of light, really. Oh, there you go. There's one. I feel like there's another one behind me. Yep. You sneaky little punk. We picked up some ordinary vials. That'll come in handy. And we found ourselves on another very familiar looking street. They all look kinda samey. So let's see. We'll take out this big guy over here, this forge dude. And then we'll read the note. But first, the alchemical spider friend. I'm gonna bait an attack here, there you go. And we're gonna charge the R2 up, knock him on his butt. Charge another R2 fully, even if he attacks, we'll be fine, and then L2 to finish him off. Okie dokie. So that was that. Let's go see what this item is over here. This is gonna be one of those memory type items. She's probably powering another Titan herself. We've seen her in a number of memory sequences, so it's very likely that she is also trapped in a sarcophagus.
What do you want with me? Wasn't it enough for you to steal my dancer?
Cagliostro.
Don't be afraid, you and your beloved machine will soon be reunited. I give you my word.
She's our so the reason why I already know the story. I always thought this too, because I was wondering.
Do you see that window? That's
I'll say it right after this.
for you.
Ow.
Salapeti the pest. I suggest you don't try that again.
So essentially, Athanais is the one that's driving Aegis's
What could have happened to her in this workshop?
automat. So Athanais is probably in a sarcophagus powering Aegis. That's my bet. And I always thought that too. The reason why I thought that is because, interestingly enough, she is a black woman and her father seemed very white. So I was like, I wonder if Athanais looks like the way you designed your automat, because I just thought it was very weird. And then in the first scene we saw that she's like, oh my gosh, here's the dancer, because the father had made it for her, but the father was white and Athanais was black, and I was like, well, my automat Aegis is black. I made her have black skin, so it's like, I wonder if that was designed to always match the way your automat looks. So I wonder if we are being powered by Athanais. I would say 90% certain that that's the truth. And that's just my assumption. Deductive reasoning, if you will. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Most people make like Caucasian or white looking Aegises. So, the other one was brown skin. And so whenever I saw that sequence when he's like, "Hey, here's the dancer," I was like, "That looks very similar." And it was just odd that that her father was white. I was like, that doesn't match. So I think that's the case. I think that Atanais is powering Aegis. I'm willing to bet my grenades on it. There's the key. Can't see anything. Okay. Let's see what's over here.
So that is the name that the Comte de Cagliostro uses to conduct his business discreetly.
An official document. Indeed. Stuff. A 1,000 cut claws. Nice. Nobody's in that one. Try not to lose my trust. What a gentleman, that one.
This notebook appears to be very old. I should show it to Abbe Grégoire.
Okay. Let's go upstairs before we go out and see what's up there. Memory. What? No? A letter addressed to the Lieutenant General de Police. A leather wallet. This is the wallet that one of the gentlemen back at the convent was requesting. Like, hey, did you see that wallet? And I thought it was funny because I was like, yeah. And it had a bunch of $100 bills in it. A letter from Dr. Mesmer. That's why Aegis is special, because Dr. Mesmer and his experiments were able to create an automat that was pretty much subservient. There she is dancing. Nice.
Rosette, you're so beautiful.
Also, I have another thing to comment on after this cutscene that will confirm my theories.
You'll stay with me always, n'est-ce pas? Without you, mon ami, I'd be all alone. This box is covered in astronomical symbols. It's no use. I can't get it open. I should show this to Monsieur Bay.
Okay, so two things that we need to discuss here. When he first said, how is it that you're able to think and, have free will? And she said, well, I feel like my memories are not my own. That's because Aegis was initially designed just to be a dancer for Atanais. Well, if we examine the name Atanais, we know that it has roots that seem to match Athena. Athena being the daughter of Zeus, which is like the god of gods, right? At least in Greek mythology. So another thing is that, interestingly enough, our player character, which is who we're looking at right now, is called Aegis, which is the shield of Zeus. So really interesting that the automat would be called something similar to that. And the way I see it is that Athenais is Athena, which was one of Zeus's daughters, and she was also a warrior, a goddess of war, if you will, on par with even Ares himself. And so I believe that Athena or Athenais is Aegis, and that's why they have those, I would say, Greek ties to their names. Aegis being the shield of Zeus, Athena being one of Zeus's daughters who was a warrior, one of his favorites in fact. So my theory is that Athenais is Aegis, just trapped in automat form. Yep, that's my theory, my friend. I'm pretty sure that's right too, and no, I haven't looked up anything. I play a lot of video games. And I make a lot of lore videos. So you start putting things together. Where should we go? Do we go up here? Do we go here? So many different ways. Parry, of course. Very nice. Force you to do your little parry. There you go. Opens you up to this. Alright. But that's my theory. Athena was one of Zeus's favorite children. He had trillions, but... I'm just curious. I want to go on the other side real quick. Seems different. Seems new. Oh, there's something over there too. Okay. Oh, there's goodies everywhere. Can I get back? Yeah, I can. Let's kill this dude first. Yep, got the iframes. He's not doing his two-strike combo, which is really delaying the fight. There it is. Thank you. I was waiting for him to do his two-strike combo so I could do that charged attack, but he was just playing it safe, and I don't think so. You better commit. Commit to killing me. We have some more balconies to explore. If we go back a bit. But I just want to see how far this goes. I'm like, what, where am I? That matters not. We'll just go back the way we came. And I would like to try and go this way, actually. Right over... Wait. Right over here. Yeah, fall damage, my favorite thing. Oh, look up. I'm just trying to grapple away. I keep getting hit in the face, though. There it is. Now what? I did it. I'm pretty sure it's not intended, but didn't feel right. To the carriage we go. I could always use one of those carriage tokens. But I'm just cheap. I don't like to use any of my items. I like to hoard my items. Don't kill me, bro. Okay, sorry. I'll take that. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, this looks right. This is gonna take us all the way back to the beginning. We made it. Sounded like I was being pursued by these crazy automats. Good gosh. Okay. Now, where are we supposed to go? We'll go to Luxembourg. And we're going to go ahead and finish off in Luxembourg, actually. We'll talk to these old dudes. We'll see what they want. And then we'll end up in Les Invalides, I think, to explore the side of the experiment. And after that, we'll start doing main quest stuff. At this point, when we side quested the mess out of this game. So I think we did very well in completing a lot of the side quests, considering the non-linear nature. I mean, they are linear by design, but the way they're presented to you is not linear. So you don't really know what to do and what order to do it. So I would suggest always having your compass out.
Monsieur V, I found this box with astronomical symbols on it. I believe it belongs to Vaucanson's daughter.
Athenais' secret box. I built it with my own hands. It was my gift to her on her 15th birthday.
I wasn't able to open it.
Naturellement. Athenais and I are the only ones who know how. Allow me. You must arrange the planets the way they were aligned on the day of Athenais' birth. Voila, like this.
What's this locket?
Athenais is always wearing this. It contains a portrait of her late mother. She said it was her most cherished possession in all the world. To think, the poor child never knew her own mother.
That's sad. She's gonna stuff her in the box.
You monster! What did you do to her?
Yep, we're right. 100%. That confirmed it to me. She's been deactivated. She's now in the box. Now she's awake. That confirmed it. Even if the cutscene ended where I thought it did. Wow, we're good. And we did it before we actually had the reveal.
Ludia, what happened? You froze the moment you touched the locket. I thought I'd lost you.
I saw her. Athenais de Vaucanson. The Comte de Cagliostro has her.
Mon Dieu. It is just as I feared.
He bound her spirit to an automat.
Please, say no more. Athenais. It is her spirit that animates you. Is it not?
Yes. I believe so.
We are good.
Quelle abomination. It is
We figured it out.
Go and find Athenais as soon as possible.
She is right in front of you. I am Atenais.
Alas, I fear that is not entirely accurate. You know nothing of Atenais, Lydia. Nothing of her past, her joys, her suffering. Nothing of her love for her father. You are but the vessel that harbors the poor child's soul.
Where can I find Atenais' body?
God only knows. Although I assume that the Comte de Cagliostro is taking pains to keep her alive, this is certainly the only way to keep her spirit alive in you. The only way to free her is to find her body.
Why was Eugène de Vaucanson imprisoned in the Bastille?
Once he discovered the king's true intentions, he refused to continue cooperating with him. He refused to use his talents to create this abominable army. But the king didn't take kindly to his resignation. Eugène did manage to get a letter to me just before he was arrested. Here, take it.
All right. So we have definitely confirmed some crazy, crazy theories. It's really exciting. Talk to Abbe Grégoire.
Can I help you, Aegis?
What is the significance of these objects steeped in memories?
Mimes. I have reread every word that I have on them. Pages that have remained unintelligible to this day. These echoes go back to the beginning of time, to that fateful day in ancient Greece when some dark magician took it into his head to bind a soul to an inanimate object. You see, Aegis, there is nothing more diabolical, nothing more unnatural than this sorcery. The soul is the very essence of the divine. It refuses to submit to such an abomination and resists, eventually breaking. The earliest necromancers whose works have survived through the centuries all describe the same phenomenon. When a soul is fragmented, 3 shards of memory are torn from its consciousness and take shelter in 3 objects that the victim held dear. It's as if these memories wish to remain bound to the mortal who had held them until then.
I found this notebook written in Latin.
Indeed. Medieval Latin, to be precise. Oh, hold on. Balsam. Aegis, what a find. This handwriting, I would recognize it anywhere. It's in Nicholas Flamel's own hand. Give me some time to study this, and I'll tell you what I'm able to glean from it.
Have you finished reading the notebook, mon père?
Yes, Aegis, and what I learned from it puzzles me. In this diary, Flamel tells of 3 journeys. 3 journeys into what he calls the in-between. A strange world filled
The upside
with
down.
wandering souls. Tormented spirits that are unable to ascend to heaven.
This world. It's where Cagliostro's victims were trapped until I freed them.
Yep.
I believe you're right. But that's not all. Flamel planned to return there a 4th time. He wrote this in the final paragraph, in his handwriting, dated 21st of March 1418. That was the day before he died, Aegis. What if his body died while his soul was traveling through limbo? What if he were trapped, a prisoner in this purgatory? Aegis, because of your unique nature, we have an incredible opportunity.
What do you mean, mon père?
If the soul that animates you has been bound to the automaton that serves as its vessel, then it can be separated from it too. And if this were the case, the soul would travel to purgatory, where Cagliostro entraps the souls of his victims.
Hold on. Are you trying to convince me to go and find Nicholas Flamel?
I'm offering you a chance to speak to the man who discovered the Philosopher's Stone. Surely you won't pass it up.
Assuming I agree to venture into purgatory, do I even have a chance of finding him there?
Certainly. According to this journal, the soul flies to the zenith of the place where it left the body of the deceased. Or that of the pilgrim, in this case. If Flamel's soul is trapped in purgatory, as we've guessed, you'll need to go to the house where he drew his dying breath.
Is it still standing?
Of course. It's on Rue de Montmorency, in the quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. You can get there via the cemetery of the Église Saint-Jacques.
And how do you plan to free my spirit from this automat?
We would simply need to break the bond between them. To do this, we would need to stop your machinery. For a short time, of course. We don't want to lose you, ma chère. As for the rest, it will be a question of mechanics, chemistry, or electric currents, or something or other. Therein lies the problem. This is far beyond my comprehension. But it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps Monsieur Bailly and Monsieur Lavoisier could shed some light on the matter.
Goodbye, mon père. Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
the clues I found at the warehouse suggest that the gunpowder was moved to the Bastille.
Diable. You must find a way to get there and put an end to this threat.
Do you think there is any way to interrupt my internal clockwork?
To what end?
I would like to briefly sever the bond between my spirit and this automat.
It is a very strange request, madame. For what purpose do you seek to free your soul from its shell?
According to the abbot, my spirit would then be able to visit purgatory.
Oh, that dreadful place. Why on earth would you want to go there?
I hope to find answers to some very important questions.
You must understand, madame, that your very nature is a mystery to us. We are ignorant as to the principle that imbues you with life, nor do we know how your machinery works. That is why it is impossible for us to make even the slightest alteration. It would mean taking an unacceptable risk. Of course, if we had documents that could shed light on the matter.
Antoine, the blueprints.
What blueprints, mon ami?
Ludia's. Eugène gave them to me when he was working on the modifications ordered by the king. He wanted my opinion on the potential for reducing the size of certain key parts. The documents are obsolete now, but they could tell us quite a bit about the mechanical principles that are shared by Ludia and Aegis.
Bon sang, you're right. Where are the blueprints now?
Alas, the situation is not in our favor. I kept them in the safe at the observatory, but earlier, when I went there to collect my most important documents, before setting off for the convent, I found looters making off with its contents.
Blasted scavengers. Their kind are always quick to make the most of chaos.
I chased them to the keys, but was unable to apprehend them. When they disappeared into an underground passageway under the Louvre, I decided it was best not to follow them.
You acted wisely, mon ami. The automats are everywhere, and the marauders don't stand much of a chance.
I'll try to track them down. The clues I found at the warehouse.
Diable.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and head over to the carriage again and see where it wants us to go, and then at that point that'll be our save point and a great stopping point for this stream. So far we made an excellent progress. We completed nearly all of the side quests that were, or progressed nearly all of the side quests that were given to us, which we gained about 6 or 7 of them in the previous stream, and we're able to make progress on each and every one of them. So far, really the only things that remain are us going to the Tuileries to find Ludia's blueprints, and then investigate the scene of the experiment that most likely shocked whatever his name was, Balsamo, into running away. So we're going to go to this area first, which would be, I guess, the Les Invalides, and then we'll go to the Tuileries, and then we'll go to Montmartre in the next stream so that we can start progressing the main quest. But anyways, it's been an absolute pleasure streaming for you guys. This was a lot of fun today. I really enjoyed it. Sir McDonnell, thank you so much for stopping by, my brother. It's like so nice to have you here. I really am looking forward to growing side by side with you so we can see exactly how far we can take this thing. I'll be looking forward to seeing your stream tonight as well, of course. So anybody who's watching, be sure to check him out. This dude is awesome. He's been streaming Steelrising as well, but I would say that his, it's a lot of fun just watching him play, kind of figure it out. He's newer to the Souls series, but he's still an excellent player, so please be sure to check him out. I got the shout out there, so give him a follow if you guys are watching. Aside from that, I just want to thank you guys for being so patient with me, especially on the YouTube content, because I haven't been able to post consistently, but I will be back into the schedule here next week. Other than that, we're going to continue streaming Steelrising, continue streaming all these different Souls-like games coming out, and of course, we'll be featuring some Apex in between during the slow points of the month. But we have a bunch of new games down the pipeline, so I'll be featuring a lot of games for you, doing some challenge runs as well with you guys and some other games that are in my backlog. So got those kind of up my sleeve, so in the event that we have a rainy day or something, we can do a nice fun challenge run together. Anyways, you guys are so awesome. Couldn't do this without you, and I just want to say thank you all so much for joining. Hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, wherever you're at in the world, and until next time, it's the Inhuman one signing out. I'll catch you guys next time.